touch me. Please don't touch me.
Video of a woman being dragged out of a Republican town hall meeting in Coeur d'Alene is gaining national attention.
So I'm not going to swear on camera, so I'll just say that's baloney. It was a public space at a public school.
Tonight we're hearing from those inside the room when it happened.
Thunderstorms are expected to move through the region tonight, bringing strong wind and heavy rain. Tomorrow, strong wind poses a threat for falling trees across the region.
And as the region cleans up from weekend flooding, we are preparing for even more rain and strong winds. The latest tonight.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Good to have you here tonight. I'm Whitney Ward. We are learning tonight that a North Idaho woman will not be facing charges after she was dragged out of a Republican town hall event in Coeur d'Alene over the weekend.
It happened on Saturday and the story quickly took off on social media. KREM 2 Shannon Mowdy spoke with the woman who watched it all unfold.
Chaos and confusion. As a North Idaho woman was dragged from a Kootanie County legislative town hall Saturday. Tanya Coppett shot this video as she sat directly behind Dr. Teresa Borenpaul. They're part of the same Facebook group of liberal women who wanted the chance to address lawmakers.
Like, people are able to ask questions and see if their legislators are okay what's going on in Washington. Like, I thought it would be something more like that.
Instead, witnesses say dissenters to the Kootanie County Republican Central Committee's views were told to shut up. Laura Tennyson is often with Borenpaul at these town halls.
And every single one that we've been to, we have never been able to ask a question.
She admits they were heckling in an effort to get their voices heard.
There were people all over the auditorium, booing, cheering, yelling things out, some in support.
But she says when Borenpaul kept speaking out,
there's an opportunity for you to sound off.
Sheriff Bob Norris tried to pull her out. The sheriff was unavailable Monday, but spoke with KREM 2 News Saturday, saying attendees were warned not to disrupt.
Some that I saw, no less than 10 times they were asked to leave.
We have now learned that Teresa Borenpaul will not be cited for allegedly biting a security officer as she was forcibly removed from Saturday's town hall. Coeur d'Alene's police department now says they have more evidence and videos to investigate. But we do know Lear Asset Management, the security company, has now lost its license. A Coeur d'Alene police spokesperson says they violated city law requiring clear uniform markings identifying them as security. Borenpaul, once a Democratic State House candidate, declined to speak as she looks for an attorney, but she posted she never imagined her right to free speech and public assembly could be stripped so violently.
It sends a terrifying message. I couldn't believe that what I was seeing was happening in the United States of America.
Calls and emails to the security company were not returned Monday. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
The Coeur d'Alene Mayor's office now weighing in on the situation just within the last hour. We received a statement that reads in part, quote, Mayor Woody McEvers and the Coeur d'Alene City Council are united in our support of equal protection under the law for every citizen. We set a clear expectation that the laws of the state of Idaho and the U.S. Constitution will be followed in any interactions with our citizens.
That statement goes on to say they support the police chief's efforts to investigate the incident. You can read the complete statement on our website right now. Just go to KREM.com. Also right now, Post Falls police are searching for the suspect wanted in a deadly shooting over the weekend. Police believe Jason Rook shot and killed a man on Sunday afternoon at a home on Dorado Avenue. A woman called police to report that she saw a suspect flee the scene on the home camera system and believed her boyfriend had been shot inside the home.
When officers arrived, they found a 46-year-old man dead from gunshot wounds. The suspect is the ex-boyfriend of the woman. He is thought to be driving a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee with Idaho license plates. Anyone who sees Rook or his vehicle is being asked to please call 911. Well, another big story that we are tracking tonight, the weather. After a weekend of heavy rains and melting snow, flooding remains a concern, and even more rain and strong winds as well.
Yeah, it's a lot. So we're turning back to our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, for everything we need to know.
Well, tonight we have the threat of thunderstorms. It is a very, very small threat, but the implications are very large. Tomorrow, it's more strong winds across the region, and that becomes our biggest concern. Right now, we have a little bit of rain coming down and temperatures in the 40s. A dew point of 37 means we have a very saturated atmosphere. A lot of those ingredients present for that potential of thunderstorms. And with even more rain in the forecast, there's a lot of talk about additional flooding. I believe we are through the worst of it when it comes to flooding, but with this round of rain moving through tonight, I don't think we will see any subsiding until we get into the day tomorrow. Rain is already creeping its way in and moving into parts of eastern Washington. No lightning as of yet, but that will be able to change quickly as you can see those storms developing just out to our west. Those are going to move through, and we're talking locally heavy rain and locally strong wind gusts with it. The wind becomes the biggest concern because of how saturated our ground is. Trees come down easier when everything is a soppy, soupy mess. And that is what we are going to watch out for. Tonight, everything moves up into the mountains, and tomorrow we have a chance of a little bit of light precipitation down low, but it really looks like more of a mountain snow event along with some strong winds. For that reason, we have wind advisories in effect and winter weather advisories over the Cascades, the Northern Rockies, and in parts of north central Washington. Wind will gust up to 55 miles per hour tomorrow, and that keeps us in a weather impact alert for one more day. Calmer weather Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. We also have team coverage tonight on flooding from Spokane County to the Palouse. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy is live in Spokane County tonight where roads are washed out.
We begin though with Regan Gallo live in Colfax tonight with a look at all the damage there. Regan?
Yeah, hey, Mark and Whitney, like you said, I am in Colfax right now, and as you can see right next to me is the Palouse River. It is flowing very fast and very steadily. Now, weather officials say that the Palouse River is at different stages of flood levels here, both in Potlatch and in Pullman. But it's not just rivers that have been giving residents a hard time.
About 5 feet of water around our camper, and we came out and just noticed that all the canals and the fields and everything were probably 2 to 3 feet deep at that time.
In Oakdale, one couple faced severe damage to their brand new home that they just laid down the foundation for.
The rest of this week to get the water out and hopefully get some of the ground dried up so that we can finish our project.
Mike and April Strevey say the flooding has never been like this since they moved to town 4 years ago.
Last time that there was a flood this bad here was in 1996, and the flood that we had on Sunday surplused that flood, which was a natural disaster.
As for residents like April Strevey, she says all she can do is keep moving forward.
Many people stopped by yesterday just to offer kindness, and they thanked us for all the work that we've done on the property, and they've been watching the progress. And that to us is reassuring that we are in the right community, in the right town.
Well, the wet weather is not stopping just yet, and the rain is just coming down in Colfax. The National Weather Service says more thunderstorms, rain, and wind are on their way. Reporting in Colfax, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
Regan, thank you very much. And heavy rain and snowmelt caused flooding throughout the region. We'll have more on the effort to clean up the mess around Spokane. That's coming up next.
Plus, as Pope Francis spent the last 10 days in the hospital in Rome, a positive update on his health coming up.